Hello, Uta here, still in Brooklyn with the Emery Paul dahlias that I managed to bring to my guy Clace. He is awaiting the end of this procedure, this diagnostic procedure today, and I get to eat. So I came back and I'm doing this. And I just talked to our wonderful Mashanta Shatan. Please check her channel. It's in the information under Trans Widow Uta Hagen YouTube channel. And you can find the latest I've managed to repost of various kinds of information, lawsuits, uh, parents, clever parents doing a thing, yeah, and and getting their 14-year-old girls to desist. And so you can find that at my WordPress blog, Uta Hagen, grasswidow.wordpress.com. And of course, this is another beautiful abstract painting from Clace's daughter, who is very, very talented and wonderful. And okay, yes, and I did take a copy to an old friend, a copy of my memoir, In the Curated Woods, True Tales from a Grass Widow, with 50 nature photos of my process of healing, to this very, very wonderful friend of mine, Irma, who is a restaurateur. And she suddenly was working at a restaurant across the street from one of the schools I used to work at, instead of over in the more dumpy neighborhood where I used to live. So that was amazing. It was just I just am going to have to carry a copy of my book around with me to give away. And tomorrow I have to give the last one that I have to this wonderful Ghanaian woman, Sarah. I've been peaking young women, like, 27 to 33 age group. I've been peaking them because they don't know about detransitioners. They don't know about sexual assaults by guys wearing lingerie on their wives. And Sarah, anyway, the African, is like, no, we don't have that. We don't have that in Ghana. We really don't. It's just a little weird. And I said, okay, I'm sure you've seen. And I was in a cafe. I given myself a little break late in the afternoon after chopping vegetables and roasting them for the bone broth and all this, and for the vegetable broth, and making really great soups. Actually, I just bought soba, buckwheat noodles. And I think they will really enrich the broth. And of course, they have to be strained out for Clace, but then I get to eat it. And it's sort of like Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm eating the veg and solid stuff, and he's having the broth. And, it's working out good. We should quit our jobs now and start a company. I think the brand would be called The Good Kind. And this has been something that, it's a little week of anticipation and everything. So I'm just glad that it's probably happened now. And one statement that I've made on my blog, and I've made in the community post here, is that we have a lot of things going on with healthcare. We have, I taught in a school where a child died of bone cancer. There are children with cleft palate. There are children with special needs. And, sorry, but this monopoly on therapy, on psychology, psychiatry, on the medical structures in the Western world, yeah, it's a psychiatric illness if you think that you are the opposite sex, or if you think you are a cat, or if you think you are something that doesn't exist in between. And You are going to the emergency room too many times. I have a friend who has been an ER nurse for many years, and she said, oh, yeah, we had to go to that workshop and we have to fall all over ourselves calling these kids this and that, and the psychiatrist has to come in, and so on and so forth. And it's like, okay, like, the four women, the four trans widows that I know of who offed themselves, what kind of reception would they get if they had walked themselves into the ER and said, well, I'm clenching my jaw because my husband is doing this, and he claims that he's me, the mother, and my neck and my back went out, and I just don't know if I can go on. Like, I had a shrink say to me after I mentioned deadbeat dad, says he's mom, says he had my labor contractions. These guys are submerged in kink and sex toys. And he said, yeah, I know that's not what you signed up for. And then he said, but I was waiting for that but. But, think about him. Think about that terrible crisis he's in. It's like, okay, he's a father and a husband, and he has kids. Like, take care of your kids. My kids did not feel loved by their father. And hopefully, as I work my way back to picking up my guy after his confirmation that it's benign, then maybe I'll see a butterfly. I'll take a clip and I'll put it up on the channel. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Take care. Relax your neck. I'm calling it now the guru neutral mode. We all have to get back to the guru neutral mode.